what are you doing here?
I'm always here for inspiration.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, can I take you and ask you 73 questions?
Yeah, talk to me.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. You look lovely, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
What is the most interesting fact that you can come up with?
Ooh, that Cleopatra is closer to us in time than she is to the building of the pyramids.
Really?
Yes.
That's insane. So she's closer to like the Big Bang than she is to like the big pyramids.
Yeah, that's funny.
I hear you speak Italian and Arabic. What are your favorite phrases in each?
Okay, well, my favorite phrase in Italian is il dolce far niente, which means the sweetness of doing nothing. And then in Arabic, I just love the word habibi because we use it for everything, and a lot of people seem to be familiar with it.
How do you use it in a sentence?
Oh, so you could say bye habibi or hello habibi or however you want to use it. Everyone will understand.
That's so sweet. How about in English? Any favorite phrases there?
Ooh, all that glitters is not gold. I love that.
Now, what's one thing that no one knows about you?
This is true, and that is that I'm an extreme couponer. I have huge stockpiles at home, so anytime anyone needs to borrow anything, they can come to me.
I love CVS coupons, but I'm not as extreme as you. Trust me, you're amazing.
Oh, for sure.
What's your makeup routine?
So I scroll through my email, and then I just plan what I'm going to do during the day.
So what are you going to do today?
I finish talking to you, then I'm going to head over onto B-Lab and work on what I have to do for my venture.
Awesome. I mean, if you gotta start walking, by no means, don't let us interrupt you.
Yeah, let's go up this way.
Awesome. You guide us. So, what's your dream country to visit?
I really want to go to Jamaica or any country in the Caribbean, honestly.
Ooh, gorgeous. What's your favorite period in history to learn about?
I love the Roaring 20s and ancient Egypt, mainly for the fashion.
What's the coolest thing about 3D design?
The digital fabrication tools, they just work like magic.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to see some examples later.
Oh, for sure.
What's the biggest surprise you ever had?
The biggest surprise, definitely going to South Korea. It came as a total surprise in the middle of the semester. I didn't plan for it at all. It just happened.
Why did you go? I'm curious now.
Oh, we were studying Korean housing typologies, a specific home called the Hunuk, and when we traveled there, we got to stay in a Hunuk, which was extra nice.
Oh my goodness. That sounds fabulous. Heels or flats?
Oh, definitely heels. And if it's a sneaker, it better have a wedge or a platform on it.
And that's fair. That's fair. Vintage or new?
Definitely new.
Favorite piece of clothing you own?
I own this burgundy velvet dress with white ruffles on the top. It's my favorite thing to wear.
That's gorgeous. Who's your style icon?
Ooh. Anything from the Roaring 20s, the Great Gatsby, the Flappers have the best fashion.
Oh my goodness, I love this. What are 3 things you can't live without?
Definitely my phone, my computer, and my family.
That's very sweet. Speaking of which, who do you want to write your obituary?
Anyone who knows me well.
That's fair. What are 3 people living or dead you would like to make dinner for?
My mom, my grandma, and my sister.
Big family woman, I love it.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear in life?
Dogs, cats, animals, just all of them. So unpredictable. No matter how cute.
I feel like they have souls and they sense what we're doing, and
you never know with them.
No, that's fair. That's fair. What about window or aisle seat?
Window seat. You could take nice pictures as you fly.
Ah, well, this is a nice picture. We should take a picture of you here.
here.
What's your current TV obsession?
Ooh, I just love watching reruns of old childhood cartoons that I absolutely love. Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
Cartoon Network was huge for me. There's so many.
I love that. I absolutely love that. What about your favorite app?
I use Grubhub a lot. It saves my life most of the time.
I have so many issues with all those delivery apps, but that's a story for another time. How about your favorite sport?
Basketball. I like watching it and playing it too.
We gotta play pickup sometime.
Oh, for sure.
Deal. Secret talent.
Crazy memorization skills.
Oh my goodness. Like photographic memory, like how does it work?
If I see it, I remember it forever. If I hear it, I can remember that too.
Is that scoring sometimes?
Sometimes I wish I didn't, but it can be helpful most of the time.
Okay. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life?
I went on a boat when I was too scared to, but I did it anyway, and it was so much fun.
How did people convince you to get on the boat?
Well, there's a lot of food being served. There was a party on the boat, so if I didn't go, I would miss the party and miss out on my new friends.
That's fair. How would you define yourself in 3 words?
Calm, patient, and caring.
What about a superpower you would want?
I wish I had the power to read minds.
Again, could equally be very smart.
Yes, but I'm so curious, I just want to know.
Just out of curiosity, what's something that you would want to know?
That I would like to know.
Yes.
People are admiring my outfit or not.
I see if they're true in their compliments.
Yes.
Tell me, what is inspiring in your life right now?
Oh, definitely my VLab cohort. They have so many novel perspectives, and I'm just learning a lot from all of them.
No, they're all absolutely great, and we'll get to hear more about them in other 73 questions. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Definitely to focus on what I have control over, and whatever I don't have control over, to just let that go. So basically, just take everything easy and don't stress too much.
What's the best advice you'd give your teenage self?
Something similar along those lines. So just enjoy what I'm doing, not stress too much, and just take it easy.
I like that. Okay, what is a book everyone should read?
The Kite Runner, or any Khalid Hosseini book.
I love The Kite Runner. It was so good.
I love The Kite Runner, and 1,000 Splendid Suns is even better. Won't spoil it. But
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Thank you. Tell me, how would you like to be remembered for?
Hopefully for my style.
I have a feeling you will. Look at this music.
Oh yeah.
So nice. How do you define beauty?
I define beauty as just someone who has unique characteristics or a unique style that's very specific to them and doesn't try to follow what anyone else is doing or how anyone else is looking.
I really respect that. I really respect it, and I would say, I think you have it. What's your best way to rest and decompress?
Definitely practice self-care and just empty your mind.
Hi, girl. What's your favorite place to view art?
In the courtyard of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum.
Is that the one in Boston?
Yes, that's the one in Boston, and it's very close to my high school, so I was there often to do my homework and things like that. So I got to experience it a lot for sure.
That's gorgeous. That's the one that was wrong, right?
It was wrong.
It was wrong. But not of its beauty, otherwise you wouldn't go there.
Oh, for sure.
If you could master one instrument, what would it be?
A violin.
I like that. I could see that. What's your spirit animal?
Butterflies.
Why butterfly?
Colorful, pretty, light, dainty. They seem carefree, which I wish I could be more of.
An aspiration almost.
Yeah.
What's the best gift you've ever received?
I got this 49-piece makeup set when I was 12, and I loved it, and I still appreciate it till this day.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Yeah, actually, these are one of the colors.
That's gorgeous. What's the best gift you've ever given?
I've given a handmade light fixture. I love to make lamps in my free time, so whenever I make one that I think is cool, I'll give it away as a gift.
That's really sweet. Very sweet. What's your favorite board game?
I don't know if this is a board game, but I love Connect 4.
And you're sick at it. I'm absolutely horrible. We'll get back to that during our VLab game night.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is gold. I love burgundy as well. I like mixing and matching the two.
Least favorite color?
Probably when there's too much orange.
Diamonds or pearls?
Diamonds.
Your go-to jewelry piece?
Bracelets.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Now, you're stuck on an island. You can pick one food to eat forever without getting tired of it. What would it be?
Cheesy pasta.
Why the cheese?
It's just satisfying.
I guess cheese is satisfying. What's a dessert you don't like?
Anything that has raisins on it.
Preach. A skill you're working on mastering?
Time management. I would like to have spare time before the deadline and stop working till the very last minute.
I see. And what's the best thing that would have happened to you today?
It would be great if my student loans would be paid off now that I've graduated.
That would be very nice. That would be very nice. What's the worst thing that could ever happen to you today?
If I trip and fall, that'd be so embarrassing.
Is that what you dream about when you have nightmares and it's like people dream about like being public speaking, but then like in their underwear? For you, it's tripping and falling.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody's seeing me.
I promise it won't happen. It won't happen. Practice falling or practice
Not falling.
Okay. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
That I'm pretty.
You're a RISD grad.
Oh, thank you.
It's a requirement. Favorite smell?
Vanilla.
If you made a documentary, what would it be about?
It would be about food and travel.
I like that. Now, you were amazingly cool, calm, and collected during your Slater sushi pitch, which is actually like to the right of where we are.
Yeah.
What is your tip for public speaking?
I would say think of it as more as a conversation and not a performance.
That's actually very helpful. What's the last piece of content that you made that made you cry?
Probably any Bollywood movie or any Bollywood song.
How do you know you're in love?
When I can't stop thinking about whatever it is.
Song you can listen to on repeat.
Any Bollywood song. So fun to dance to.
I hear a trend.
Mm-hmm.
What are you most excited about in this time in your life?
Well, now that I've graduated, I'm really excited to start my architecture career and to keep on working on my venture.
Both at the same time.
Both at the same time, they go hand in hand.
Wow. That's true, but that's very impressive. What's your go-to for having a good laugh?
Oh, I called my sister. She's 12 and she cracks me up.
What's your favorite club on campus?
Any club that happens to be serving kebab and curry that night. I don't care what the meeting is about or what the club is. If kebab and curry is being served, I'm gonna show up.
So that's how you joined the entrepreneurship community at Brown.
Oh yeah, because kebab and curry is right there.
What is something that recently moved you?
The sight of a full
Your affirmation for today.
that all your challenges or your biggest challenges are your biggest opportunities.
This wind is a challenge of ours.
Oh, it is nice though.
It is so nice. It's a gorgeous day. What is one thing you still have from your childhood?
I have all my little clothes and all my little shoes.
Aww. I won't tell you what I get from my childhood. I'll be bullied. What are your favorite lyrics of all time?
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together.
It's so appropriate that they're playing Gilmore Girls now as well.
I know.
That is one of my favorite lyrics. What is something that you've always wanted to try but been too scared to do?
I was too scared to swim.
Interesting.
Water's just so deep.
You could jump off this bridge right now and learn how to swim.
Oh, not right now. I have to get over the fear first.
Okay, that is true. First celebrity crush.
Oh, SpongeBob.
What?
Yes, SpongeBob.
I've never thought of SpongeBob as like a...
He's a celebrity to me.
I see it. Tell me more about that.
He's the kindest, he's a good friend, he takes his job seriously, and he's a lot deeper than you think.
Oh, okay. Respect. I'll take your word for it. What's one thing you've learned the hard way?
To start early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your kryptonite?
Procrastination.
Yeah, that seems to go hand in hand.
Yeah, they're related.
Can I ask you a couple of questions about your venture, Hos-fit-all?
Sure.
Okay. So, what inspired you to start the venture?
Well, all the challenges that the hospitals were facing during the pandemic were spatial ones, and it just felt like the most appropriate time for an architect to intervene.
Yeah. No, that's eloquently put. And why is this problem important?
Well, hospital infrastructure plays a really big role in how many patients can be treated and ultimately how many lives can be saved.
Yeah. And what has been your inspiration for the Hos-fit-all model?
I basically wanted it to be very easy to build and very elegant to design.
Yes.
And keep it simple.
Yeah. And how has B-Lab been helping you in developing this venture?
Yeah, well, B-Lab has been teaching me all about the financials, which was really clarifying, and I wasn't familiar with those things before. But also, it's helping me develop different proof points as I go further in the venture, which has been very important.
No, that's very fair. I remember like one of the workshops where we used your model as like an example for everyone, and Jason said it was super helpful.
Yeah, the revenue model was very clarifying.
It was really useful. And what's something surprising that has happened this far in B-Lab?
Well, Well, surprising, but also exciting, was definitely the Slater sushi event. It was fast-paced, but it was very good practice for me.
And you did amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You did amazing. Now tell me, how is it to be a solo founder?
Being a solo founder is fun. You learn a lot when you're doing everything on your own, but as you go further in your work, you realize how important it is to have an agile team.
And what's a tip you would give to someone who wants to start their own venture?
I would say identify a problem, be passionate about that problem, and then see how you can use your skills to solve it.
I see. Last question, and I'll let you go back to B Lab. I remember last time we were on the pedestrian bridge, you mentioned your studios around here. Could you point it out for us?
Oh, yes, my studio is building right there. I spend hours and hours in there working on my stuff, and then I come here to unwind and just have a little bit of downtime.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for letting us interview you.
Oh, it's nice to talk to you.